Let's get started. Thank you for joining us. We are in our CRA Community Reinvestment Agency meeting for December 9th, 2025. Our meetings are public and you're welcome to join us in person, on Zoom, or by watching from the City Council's agenda page, YouTube, or SLC TV. Please continue to join us in whichever manner you feel most comfortable. I should not have put the taffy in my mouth right before I started speaking. Thank you for joining us. We begin our comments with our meeting with comments to the board. And I'll also remind you that you can share written comments to the CRA offices at PO Box 145476, Salt Lake City, Utah, 84114, or by emailing us at council.comments@slc.gov, or on our 24-hour phone line at 801-535-7654. Right now is our general comments for the CRA board, so if you have comments related to that, now is your time to speak. There will also be a general comment period tonight at our 7 o'clock formal meeting for anything related to City Council business. So let's see, where were we? Scott Corpany is going to moderate our Zoom. And so if you need anything, if you're in the Zoom meeting and need anything from staff, please message Scott. Taylor Hill, another staff member, is going to be calling names of those who wish to comment based on which order we receive the names. And if you're on Zoom, you can unmute your mic when Taylor calls your name. Or if you're here in the room, you can join us at the dais, at the podium. So with that, Taylor, will you please start with our first general commenter?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We do not have anyone registered to speak.
All right. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak to the CRA board? Okay, seeing none, I will close the general comment period and we'll move to section B, which is public hearings. We do not have any public hearings scheduled today. So that brings us to section C, which is Community Reinvestment Agency business. Item C1 is the Ballpark Next Community Design Plan follow-up. I have Lauren Parisi and McKenna Hawley are going to speak to this, but I see Danny coming to the table. So, Danny, do you want to take it away?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Appreciate the opportunity to be here today. We are here presenting the updated resolution for approval of the Ballpark Community Design Plan. We do not have a presentation, but we are happy to answer any questions from the board as part of putting this before you for consideration. And by answering questions, I mean Lauren and McKenna are here and much better prepared than I am for the details of the plan.
Thank you. Board members, do you have any questions for CRA staff on Ballpark Next? I don't have any questions, but I'll just say thank you so much for your work on this. I'm very excited for what is in the plan and for the future of that neighborhood. And I know it's taken us a little while to get to today, and I appreciate the patience for us working out some of those details, but I'm very excited that we get to do this today because this is one of the most, I think, vibrant and exciting parts of our city and full of potential for the future. And I think this plan really does lay out a future that will enhance not just the Ballpark neighborhood, but the whole city. So I'm really hopeful to for the conversations that will come after I'm gone, of course, about how to fund this plan and how to move those things forward. But I really think the work that was done up to this point lays the groundwork for a great future for Ballpark.
Mr. Chair, if I could also thank the City Attorney's Office, Mark Cottrell and Allison Parks, and Jen Huntsman for their efforts working with council staff to get this to you in a form that we can approve and move forward. We appreciate those efforts and thank you.
Yes, I'll echo that. Thank you to the City Attorney's Office. So I will look for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that the board adopt the resolution to approve the Ballpark Next Community Design Plan.
Second.
All right, I have a motion from Board Member Dugan and a second from Board Member Wharton. Is there any discussion to this motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that passes 6-0 with Board Member Pui absent.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next item is our CRA annual audit review and approval for fiscal year 24 through 25. Mary Beth Thompson, our city's chief financial officer, is here along with, I don't have your name, but are you with Eide Bailey? Paul with Eide Bailey, who is the contract audit firm.
So I'm going to turn it over to Paul. I do want to thank the CRA and Mike Burns for completing this audit earlier than we've ever completed this audit, and a significant improvement thanks to Paul, his team, and Mike from last year. So congratulations to everybody for an audit that's been completed. Thank you.
Make sure the lights
There we
on.
go. There's buttons. It's hard for me. I'm going to start where Mary Beth left off. Much appreciation. This is my first year as the engagement partner over this component of the city. And so looking at the historical timeline was pretty aggressive, and it seemed like a pipe dream, and here we are today. And so we made it. This is 5 weeks earlier than last year, and there is credit goes to every part of this. Our team did a great job. I'm going to pat them on the back. I held on for dear life, and Mike and his team did a great job. So much thanks to the effort that went into this. Now, from here, that's the exciting part of my presentation, and I will say this, Jennifer's heard me say this before, a boring audit presentation is a good audit presentation, and I am going to present a boring audit presentation to you today. We are offering a clean opinion. We did not have any findings as we went through this. I would like to share just a couple of things that we're required to communicate as part of our delivery of our report. Our responsibility as auditors is to design and execute an audit plan that allows us to issue an opinion on the financial statements taken as a whole. that they're materially correct, that any reasonably informed reader would come to the same conclusion that we've come to, and that there aren't any omissions of amounts or disclosures that would tell the story of the CRA. And as I mentioned, we have issued a clean audit opinion on the financial statements. As both Mary Beth and I said, we hit our timed, we've always had the goal to deliver now, but this is the first time that we've hit it as early as we have. And it was a little bit of an aggressive timeline. That seems great for this, but there's a whole bunch of people down on the second floor breathing easier because of this, because this becomes a pretty integral part of the overall annual comprehensive financial report of the city as a whole, which now will become Mary's Beth's life, and Russ's life, and Suzanne's life. But this will allow them to focus on that. I do want to confirm that we are independent. One of the things that we offer is the independent view of the organization, or any organization that we're auditing, and go to great lengths to make sure that we're independent in accordance with the AICPA rules and common sense, that we are independent in fact and appearance. There were no disagreements with management. Part of our, and no significant difficulties encountered in the process. One of the things that we do as we go through an audit, if there are differences in numbers or amounts, we evaluate those on whether they are material to the financial statements or not. If they're material, we propose an audit adjustment. We did not have any of those. Now, if they're immaterial, we accumulate those and make sure that the differences aren't going to sway those, and we accumulate what we would call an uncorrected misstatement. It's common to have those. Last year, there was a small one that we passed on. This year, we did not even have any uncorrected misstatements. So the letter that you'll receive does note an uncorrected misstatement. That's from the prior year, the reversing effect of that. So in the current year, there were not even any uncorrected misstatements, which is remarkable for an organization of this size. And those are the things that I wanted to present. Again, appreciate the opportunity to work with the city, with Mike, with the rest of the financial team, and would entertain any questions that the council has at this time.
Board members, any questions? There's just so much meat there in that presentation to ask questions
well,
about.
Yeah, 78 pages of really gripping reading.
What's the most interesting page?
10, page 10.
Page 10?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, that's great. Great work to Mary Beth and your team and CRA staff for having no, what was it, corrected misstatements?
No corrected or uncorrected misstatements.
Uncorrected
no
misstatements.
Significant deficiencies, no material weaknesses. It's a boring audit report, and we love it.
We love boring audits. Yes, Board Member Young.
So this is a true question, and I appreciate a correction if necessary. So I know that the state has been interested in starting audits related to various aspects of Salt Lake City, mainly in the enterprise fund space. Is this a document we provide as part of that kind of fact finding on their side, so that it helps to inform that we've done our due diligence in this space ahead of them doing any sort of independent testing?
Yeah, that's a great question. This is actually required to be submitted to the state auditor's office on an annual basis, regardless of interest. Any municipality that gets an audit or is required to have an audit, it has to be submitted to the state auditor's office by December 31st for a June 30 year end. So They have it. It's out there. You can Google it. It's amazing.
I appreciate that. Thank you so
bet.
much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Board Member Young. Wharton?
I just, even though it was boring, I was really excited to when you said that no uncorrected misstatements, which is remarkable for an organization our size. So to me, that is exciting and newsworthy.
Yes.
So I don't know if we can get like T-shirts or something, but yeah, thank you very much for that, and thank you to our financial staff and CRA staff for doing all of the work that it takes to get an A+, it sounds like, on the test. So thank you.
Yep.
Nice.
A+. All right, well, we do need to take action on that.
Mr. Chair, I move that the board adopt the CRA fiscal year 2024-25 audit.
Second. Oh,
Okay, motion from Board Member Dugan and a second from, I'll give it to Petro. Board Member Petro, any discussion to this motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously with Board Member Pui absent. All right. Thank you for being here. We have report and announcements from the Executive Director. Madam Mayor, do you have anything? All right, report from the Chair and Vice Chair.
Well, it is your last day.
I should say something, huh? Actually,
So I just want to say, well, you want, can I say the first word?
yeah.
All right. I just appreciate since 2020, when we both took office, it's been a pleasure to work with you. I know we've never always agreed on things, but we've always been able to have a good discussion. And I've always come away from those discussions better informed on all things that you're an expert in, which is a lot, especially on the zoning side of the house, development side of the house, and just your perspective in so many different ways. And I always appreciated those conversations, and I'm going to miss those talks because it was always like, okay, I need to go talk to Darren and get what his thoughts are on this thing. And I really appreciate the 6 years we spent together in this office and the time spent together. So thank you very much for your leadership. Thanks again for all your hard work and your drive on the zoning side and the development side. It's been, I think you impacted the city in a big way across the board. So thank you.
Thanks, Board Member Dugan. I appreciate that. And thank you for, we've served 2 years together as Chair and Vice Chair. One way, one direction, one way the other. So it's been great. And I also was just thinking, it's nice that it's a CRA meeting day on my last day in this role, because I think the first time I ever came in this room was when I was appointed to the CRA, the Redevelopment Advisory Committee, which I just had to look at the dates. It was before Councilmember Wharton was even here, but I think the mayor was here in that room, and I sat at that table and talked about why I should be appointed to the RAC, and now here I am. So it's nice to have started my time in this building with the CRA and to end it this way. So thank you for all this opportunity to serve as the chair this year, but also all the work that the CRA has been doing. All right. CRA staff, Danny.
That's a hard update to top, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. We have a few items we wanted to brief you on quickly. If we can pull the presentation up, I think we sent some slides, and I'll wait to make sure those go up. First is we wanted to just update the board real quickly on our notice of funding availability. You recall that the application period closed on December 4th. Oh, yes, thank you for changing the slide. We received a total of 10 applications. You as a board, if you remember, split that notice of funding application between our regular housing development loan program as well as the residential wealth building offerings. So 10 applications between the two. 10 for the HDLP and 3 for the residential wealth building. I don't have the details on those, and I wouldn't share those publicly yet anyways, but I will tell you that the total applications and amount requested is more than we have. So that's at least always a good thing, that the demand is there and we're not scaring people away too much with our thresholds and our policies and priorities. But our next steps will be staff will dive into those, one, to make sure they meet those minimum thresholds, start evaluating those for presentation and recommendation to the Finance Committee, and then ultimately back here before you as a board for approval. So we hope to do that in the first quarter of 2026. So next slide, please. A little bit of good news. We wanted to share that the Astor, which was affectionately called by us as 255 South State, you'll recall, has won an Urban Land Institute award. This is an award that celebrates innovation in attainable housing, and it recognizes the Astor's unique mixed-use income model, as well as being a development that was built of steel, which is really not common right now, what's happening with our affordable housing projects. But You can see the details there of what the aster is, but more importantly, we wanted to just commend this because beyond the fact that this was the decaying steel and concrete structure for a while that we brought back, we were recognized specifically as a community reinvestment agency and the city for our vision for the project, as well as our commitment and participation in realizing that. So wanted to celebrate that and thought that that was kind of a big deal that you as a board would like to be aware of, that we have an award-winning project now. So thank you. Next slide. 2 other items real quick. Number 1, we will file this first item under bad news for us, good news for you, as we announce the departure of Catherine Morlock, who is our communications coordinator, as she is now joining your team. Yes, thank you for the well-timed sigh, again, Mr. Chair. Appreciate that. If you know Catherine, then you know why this will be hard for us to lose her, but good that we get to keep working with her. So, Jen, we're tracking you now. We're on to you, and so we're gonna be a little more careful in what we're doing. No, great addition for you, and Catherine is amazing. And if you've been to any ribbon cuttings or events for us over the past 4 years, you've arguably seen Catherine behind the scenes in some way. She's incredible. So, congratulations and great job. Take care of her. And then finally, to add on to your comments, Mr. Vice Chair, we'd like to, 1, thank both of you for your leadership within the Board of Directors and present you with some items. Thank you for your time as serving Vice Chair and Chair. And Darren, thank you for obviously your leadership over the past several years in your various roles and form. And you mentioned it, but we just want to thank you for establishing a successful and enviable political career, starting with our advisory committee position, that you have now set that career path in motion, and people will track that and want to copy that. So thank you for your time, for all your leadership. I will echo Vice Chairperson Dugan's comments that you've always been an incredible source of advice and information and perspective that has been welcomed and that we have taken to heart. And I think we are better off for your leadership and your opinions and everything you've shared with us on our projects and policies and priorities. So sincerely, thank you.
Appreciate that.
And that is all we have, Mr. Chair. Unless there's any questions.
Thank you. I appreciate those words. We have no written briefings and no consent agenda. But we do have a closed session, and I believe it's to discuss purchase, exchange, or lease of real property and attorney-client matters. So I'll look for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that we go into a closed session for the purpose of discussing purchase, sale, or exchange of real property and to receive advice of counsel.
Do we need to add the word lease?
Yes. To be complete. Or lease. Purchase, exchange, or lease.
Okay, and that was a motion by Board Member Wharton, and second was Petro? Okay, any discussion? Roll call. Lopez Chavez?
Aye.
Dugan?
Yes.
Wharton?
Yes.
Petro?
Aye.
Young?
Aye.
And I'm an aye, so that passes 6-0. And then we will be adjourned with our CRA meeting after this, and we'll go into the council work session at the conclusion of, right? Okay, thanks.